I'm a son of a slave. Please don't get me free, but I can stomach the brave. When describing the country, or we dug up his graves.
Hey, we back.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Sean and Sean talk about shit.
See, this episode 8?
Yeah, episode 8. I know there's a lot of people that don't seem like a lot, but damn it, you try to produce a podcast every week, and then you'll see how quickly it adds up.
In the midst of doing other stuff, and the country acted weird. So.
Bro, I got a whole 8 to 10 hour job every day.
That's what I'm saying.
A whole 8 to 10 hour job. And like, it was like when I graduated from college, I graduated with a 3.74. And somebody was like, "Oh man, you just missed out on being being graduated with honors." I was like, "Well, I did have a full-time job while I was going." Like,
right.
Like if I was a regular student, I'd definitely had a 4.0. Like, come on, like, and the job we were at, we were traveling the country. Like,
Facts.
like there was plenty of time. We was in Detroit, and I had thesis due, and then we had to go out and freaking light for the Marines. Like, come on, bro.
What I'm saying.
Cut us some slack.
My first degree from Full Sail, while I did get it online, bro, I was like legit in Europe as a live audio engineer, traveling Europe, like, and getting a whole film degree. So,
yeah. So those of you who don't think 8 episodes is something,
right? We've been putting in work, damn it.
Yeah, we've been putting in that work, and you, sir, can go and just do nothing because that's what you're probably doing anyway. But all you do is complain and make fun of. We don't even know this is a real person. We just talking. Like,
you hypothetical individual. You, how dare you insinuate that 8 episodes is not a lot?
Yeah, how dare you, yo? What is going on in America, bro? What is going on in America?
The world,
bro. First off, I want to send thoughts and prayers to the Ukrainian children's hospital that was bombed yesterday. It was very sad, very sad. I can't believe it's gotten to that point, even during World War II, when we were fighting Nazi Germany, like they knew not to bomb hospitals. Like they were off limits.
The even worse part was that it was in the middle of a ceasefire so that the civilians could escape. Right. So the gravity of that situation was really heavy yesterday. And my prayers do go out to all of those folks. That's terrible, man. Just an ugly situation, man. I was looking at CNN last night, Aaron Burnett's show, and it was really sad to see, some of the kids that had made it out of Ukraine, but they just weren't happy. They want to go home. They don't understand what's happening. And it's just sad. I just hate it. I hope that it can end soon. I hope we can come to a resolution. And, as me and my sister like to call him, we hope that Uncle Puddin can get his shit right because the Jewish holiday of Purim is coming up. And for Purim is customary to pack gifts. One of those gifts is called Mishloch Manot, right? It's for family and friends. And we were just doing some Mishloch Manot packing. Okay. And I met somebody who is from the Ukraine who cannot return home now because she is, the country's at war and her family is still there. So it's definitely a tragic situation that's happening in the world. Yeah. Now, speaking of the fallout from Ukraine, they're the ones that are over there doing the fighting and the dying, but the whole world is feeling the effects. And I hate to minimalize what's going on over there, but over here, it's hard not to pay attention to gas prices. Like, for sure, bro, we at $4.59 out here where I live. Bro, I'm gonna tell you this. In real life, I went to the gas station the other day. And it cost me $76.73 to fill my tank up. And you got a mid-size SUV. A mid-size SUV, sir. I got a freaking mountain climber, bro.
with off-road tires. Nothing about my vehicle suggests fuel efficient anything.
That is 100% accurate.
You can even the color burns gas. It's murdered out. Even it burned gas to be murdered out. Like it's all black.
It burned gas because the sun is on.
Bro, the specialized tag burn gas. Everything about my truck burn gas. And right now, I'm dying. I am dying. I'm meeting a friend tonight for dinner at Glory Days. But I gotta drive like 59 miles to meet him. Is that worth a $59 with my truck? That's like a full tank of gas, bro.
Right.
So it's like I'm still gonna go because we planned this. We planned this before gas hit this craziness right now. But it's like it's insane to me, dude. Like, come on, think about me. Russia.
Well, the thing is, honestly, here's Sean with the historical moment of the day, right? So we ask ourselves, why is gas prices like they are now in America?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go back to Stalin and that Russia.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, there was a gentleman in America by the name of Koch. Right? KOCH.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, hey, America, I got this way to refine oil, and it's going to make us a prosperous country, and it's going to help us be the oil drivers of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And America said, no. I said, no, I'm fine with that. I don't want to do that. So he went to Stalin, and Stalin said, it's fine. So the Koch brothers, their father helped design that system. So it's effective. So you wonder why it's effective? Because somebody that got their ideology from America designed it.
Right.
That could have been America. America could have had that. We could have never found oil like that. To that point, there is almost 200 million gallons of oil under Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico. Right. And America just does not want to use that oil because it's easier to tap into the oil of other countries and then use all theirs up. So when it's gone, then we have oil as the superpower.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: gas hit $5, which they predicting it's going to hit $5 next week. I'm going to find them barrels myself. Like I'm going to find them myself. You remember a couple years ago when everybody wanted to get on Roswell and see the alien hashtag see them aliens? It's hashtag see them barrels. I want them barrels. Like whatever. I don't even need all 200 million. Just give me like 2-3 just to get through this war, bro. Like this is killing me right now. And then on top of that, like I got 3 cars, bro. Nobody's thinking about me at all right now. I feel like,
and it's gonna get worse because because Russia controls a good portion of the world's oil, right? And NATO has decided to put sanctions on them, right? If you don't think that's gonna make him be like, all right, well, the price of oil going up, fam.
Uncle Putin does not care that we paying $4 a gallon for gas over here. Uncle P don't care, bro. Like
he don't not caring. I can tell you,
the more struggling that we can do, he loves like have you seen the North Korean propaganda video where it says we make Americans make their coffee from snow and dumb stuff like that? Like
yes,
this is just feeding into like his propaganda videos, because apparently there's a video running in Russia where the people that actually live in Russia believe that they are fighting a war against Nazis. Like they actually believe that.
In real life, Vice did a story on white nationalism a couple of years ago, and in that story, they featured prominently of a neo-Nazi group in the Ukraine that was all powerful and trying to be in charge of the government.
Okay.
Now, President Zelensky happens to be a Jewish man.
Mm-hmm.
So how Nazi he is, I doubt. Right.
Right.
But there's not everywhere in the world I'm seeing, according to this story that I saw from Vice, everywhere in the world where there's a high propensity of white people,
mm-hmm.
right? White mm-hmm. nationalism exists in some form, and that mm-hmm. white nationalism kind of takes the face of Nazism most times.
It's crazy, bro. It's insane. I don't know where we're going, but if we get to $5 a gallon, like, I don't know, like my job just announced a return in April. Like April 11th, we're supposed to go back to work. Now, it's not every day of the week we'll have to go back, which is a blessing. But still, like, even if I have to go in one day a week, like that's just ridiculous amount of gas. Like, that's like right now, filling up my gas tank. I haven't done it yet because I'm afraid to let it get below a certain mark. You know, I'm playing this smart. I won't let it get below a certain mark. But if I put in, like, when the other day when I was paying for gas in my neighborhood, which is the highest gas that we got around here, when I hit the 3 gallon mark, I was already at $25.
Yes, that's real.
Yeah,
that's real.
For 3 gallons.
Get worse though.
It was crazy.
It's gonna get worse.
Yeah,
it's insane. Like, I mean, they in Cali with $7 gas.
They got $7 in California already.
It's almost $7. Like six something. Like,
gosh.
How do you even say that that's not even understandable? But again, this is a problem that America created for itself, because in the 60s, there were several scientists who were talking about electric vehicles, and America said, nope, we fossil fuel to the death.
Mm-hmm.
Look where we at.
Yeah. And it's crazy. I remember being in Hawaii for my honeymoon in 2005. And we looked at the gas. We were on a tour of Waikiki, and we drove past a gas station, and the gas in 2005 in Hawaii was already like $4.50, almost $5. Yes. So I can't imagine what their gas. It's got to be $14 a gallon today.
And you know, I lived in Hawaii for 2 years. Like, gas was pricey when I was there. But it's not just the gas going up. People paying attention to the gas because you got to drive your car.
Yeah.
The price of everything is going up. But remember, there was an entire global shortage of things. So now the stuff that you do get, right, they put an extra tax on it, right? So now you got to spend your money on gas. You're paying extra for food. Like, there's no survival if it gets to a certain point. Right. And America's not with the idea of creating money for the sake of for fostering economics in the country. They only want to create money for like war machines and things like that. So it's going to be definitely difficult.
Right. Yeah. It's a shame. It is a worldwide crisis. And again, I hate to minimize what we are going through here by paying for more stuff compared to what is going over in Ukraine. And, you know, but it hurts.
It's the cost of war. It's
the cost of war. Like you said, it is the cost of war. You know, and it just sucks. Because like you said, everything is going up. Everything is going up. There's a shortage of workers in this country. You know, because
it's not. I mean, that is a lie. That's a lie.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's a lie. I mean, we got 56 million homeless people in America. Like, somebody got the skills, the ability to work.
I'll say there's a shortage of people who want to work.
There's a shortage of jobs in real life, right? These numbers that they keep putting out about these creation of jobs, what they are is people downsizing companies and shifting manpower around, and then they're leaving gaps in different spaces. But the reality is people are being shuffled out of the normal work economy and shuffled into gig economies like DoorDash and Uber and things like that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about DoorDash later. We're going to talk about them later because I had an experience.
Shout out to Obama for that one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, president.
Yeah, I'm not feeling them right now. I'm not feeling them. I'm not feeling Dunkin'. You know what Dunkin' Donuts did to me?
What you got?
First of all, Dunkin', I don't know if you know, but they went through a rebrand last year. They're not Dunkin' Donuts anymore. They're just Dunkin'.
Yes.
Even though they still have several that say Dunkin' Donuts. You know, so
Double D's is on the door.
I pulled in the one and it said, and it was like 3:00. I got a iced coffee and I wanted a donut. They had no donuts at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Yes.
And they only had one flavor of Munchkin and one muffin left. And I was like, what in the hell? Like, this is Dunkin'.
Why are you open?
I was like, this is Dunkin' Donuts. And the girl said, sir, this is just Dunkin'. I almost lost it, bro. I was like, and you know which one it was. It was Dunkin' Donuts across the street from Fort Meade.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. She told me, sir, this is just Dunkin' now.
See,
that means that you ain't got to have donuts no more at 3:00.
Right. Because it's just coffee now. We got coffee. We got plenty. They trying to be like Starbucks. Starbucks got minimal food, but that was the plan from the beginning, right? Starbucks is like, look, we're going to give you coffee and then we'll slowly introduce some food. Dunkin' Donuts was like, look, we going time to make the donuts and get y'all all in tune with these donuts. We're going to give y'all a little bit of coffee, then we just become a coffee place.
Oh, man. I low key understood her, but it was disrespectful too. So I had to let one of the other two people in me that live in me out at that point. So
I'm with it.
Yeah.
See, now, Duncan, get back on task, man. It's time to make the donuts, fam.
No, they out of it. She told me, bro. They like you said, they want to be out of the donut game completely. It's we only dunk. Now, what is Dunkin'? Like we were talking about black excellence. What is Dunkin'? What is just Dunkin'? It's not a name. That's why it don't make sense. Think about this, man. It was called like the idea of dunking donuts into coffee was the first thing, right? Right. So then it was like, oh no, I'm just dunking my donuts, right? Boom. Now you get a little hip hop flavor with it. Now we have Dunkin' Donuts. Right. Well, if you just switch it to Dunkin', it definitely don't make sense. Dunking, what is it? A basketball Exactly. That's what I'm saying. What are you dunking? Your tongue in the coffee? Because you're gonna be in the hospital if you do that. Like,
right. It's no donuts there.
What are we doing? No. What are we? What marketing person said Dunkin'?
This is what they got.
That's
said,
it.
All right, this is what we got. We got all this coffee, right? We only gonna sell 9 munchkins at a time. Right. They're gonna be so dry though, like you got to get coffee with it. Yeah, that's why they don't sell donuts, because the donuts used to be moist and chewy. The damn munchkins is dry, so you need coffee in order to push it down your throat. Yeah. It was crazy, bro. And then it was like, I just don't get it. Like there's such a need for customer service. There's such a cry out for it today, and it's just absent everywhere you go. Like the one girl, I got so frustrated with her telling me that it was just Dunkin' now that she should see my frustration. So she sent another young guy to the window to finish my order. He was very nice, but then he tried to sell me on cutting my hair. He was a barber on the side. Like, hey, bro, I got them clipper skills though. Stop advertising yourself at work, sir. Bro, give me my salted caramel mocha latte and let me go. Like, where is how the hell did you figure out that that's what you wanted to order? Salted. How the hell you say this last word, man? Yeah. Is it the maca? What is that? Yeah. So then I went to another one last week. As bad as they treat me, I keep returning. I don't know. They call that what? Battered wife syndrome or something like that. As bad, they all treat me terribly. And like I'll go to one last week on York Road, and I go and I'm like, yeah, can I have? They don't have a drive-through, first of all, so I don't know how they surviving in this climate without a drive-through. Get with it. Yes. That's location. Not the one that's house it is. Get with it location. But I go into one. I'm like, yeah, can I have this salted caramel? And before I can get it out my mouth, the woman behind the counter was like, mm-mm. I'm like, what? We don't have that flavor anymore. I'm like, and that's how you present it to me? Like, you don't say, I'm sorry, sir, but we no longer have that flavor. You still got the picture of it up there. Like, have you seen the movie with Michael Douglas where he just goes into a restaurant and he just kind of like, he orders a breakfast meal and the sandwich doesn't come falling down. Yes, it comes out looking nothing like what he ordered, and he loses his shit and goes on a rampage killing people. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that's going to be me. But don't be surprised. All day. That's real. That is real. But see, it's because McDonald's, I think, started that trend of not having the stuff that's on the pictures properly, right? Mm-hmm. Remember, McDonald's had the biggest setup of all time. Remember doing Halloween when we were shorties, they used to sell people them coupon books, and in it, remember they had a coupon for ice cream cone. Yes. Well, you could never get the ice cream cone because the ice cream machine was always broken. Yes, but they could charge adults $5 for each one of them books with all ice cream in it that they know that nobody's ever gonna get. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. So have you seen that I need to do my due diligence on the story, so I'm not going to get deep into it because I don't know all the details. But have you seen the company that McDonald's contracted to fix all their ice cream machines? That company is now suing McDonald's for $900 million. Yeah. I don't know what the crux of that story is. I need we could talk about it next week or something. But I'm wondering, was this a cash grab? Because everybody know that those machines cannot be fixed. You can have the power of Grayskull, and those things ain't getting fixed. So,
you can have sight beyond sight,
transform all of it. Every 80s turtle power, them machines ain't fixing. So. I think this company thought that they were over the top. They thought that they could. First of all, how many millions of McDonald's restaurants are there? Your company is not big enough to go to every McDonald's and fix every machine. not in the proper timing. First of all, you don't have the flux capacitor to fix those things because that's obviously what's missing in them. That's what's keeping them all broken. The flux capacitor's off.
This make me think of Ray Kroc being like a really bad dude though now. Because first you manipulated these guys out of their restaurant, but then now you sold them really, really them no way product shaking and ice cream machines that have always been broken since 1960.
Yeah. But you know what they keep doing, Sean? You know what they keep doing? They keep creating product using the McFlurry. Has anybody ever?
I invented the McFlurry, Sean. I invented that shit, man.
Have you ever had a physical McFlurry from McDonald's where somebody just handed you you did?
Yes.
You are a unicorn. You a unicorn.
Here's
sir.
the thing, though. When I worked at McDonald's,
I
invented the McFlurry. I invented the McFlurry, bro.
Okay.
When you could ask anybody. I worked on 103rd and Kedzie in Chicago, Illinois.
Okay.
Right? And when I would get off of work, you could use your money from working there, like that, your little break food to get stuff. So I would order ice cream. I would order a shake, but I wouldn't make it as a shake. I would just put ice cream on the bottom, then I would put strawberry ice cream, and then I would take a spoon and mix it. And everybody would be like, man, that don't look like no shake. Nah, it's not. But I'm telling you, that was the origins of the McFlurry.
Okay. So Ray Kroc was still in ownership at that time. So he probably had his little camera in there watching you. Yeah.
White supremacy is a mofo.
Yeah, it is. All right, man. We're going to take a break and we're going to come right on back. Hey, everybody. This is Sean Galloway, one half of Sean and Sean Talk Shit. And I'm here to talk to you about podcast production. The market is completely flooded with podcasts, and rightfully so, because everyone deserves the right to be heard on any platform that's available. That's what makes us American. But let me tell you this. Unlike our video counterparts, badly colored or shaky video is acceptable depending on the content. But bad audio, on the other hand, is completely unforgivable. Nobody will listen. You'll tune them out. In fact, an audio guru friend of mine used to say that video without good audio is just surveillance footage. Facts. This is where the professionals at Vetrapreneur Visions come in. This award-winning company excels at the audio production needed to get your podcast quality to the next level. Look, a lot of you out there already found the 57 Chevy body in the old barn, right? You got the content. Let Vetrapreneur Visions come in and look under the hood, fix things, and shine that baby up for your next show. Online, you can find the website at vetrapreneurvisions.com. For Instagram, it's simply vetrapreneur_visions. And you can find us on Twitter by searching at vetrapreneur_. Welcome back.
Back to Sean and Sean Talk About Shit.
Episode 8, man.
Proud
we on it.
8th episode.
We on it. Hey, man. So we wanted to talk a little bit about what's going on right now with this company that we all have had a run-in with. We've all used at some point. I think my parents are probably the only people that haven't used this service, and probably people of their age, because they probably see it as completely ridiculous. And I'm talking about DoorDash.
DoorDash, man.
I'm talking about DoorDash.
They don't even
DoorDash.
dash to your dough for real.
I ordered DoorDash one time, right? Actually, I ordered it a few times. My daughter Logan, she'll order it maybe once a month if she's home by herself, because where we are right now in our neighborhood is so remote. The only thing that delivers to us is Domino's Pizza. So in that case, you gotta go to DoorDash if you want something. So one day we were here working, and I ordered DoorDash for her and myself. Chick-fil-A. Just a couple of chicken sandwiches and fries, whatever the number one meal is. And this is a meal that would normally cost me about $15-16 if I went there. $34 through DoorDash.
Yes. Sir.
$34.
$34. It's because gas prices is high.
and excuse us for our normal listeners if we sound like the last 2 seconds makes us sound like two old men screaming, "Get off our lawn." But today we are.
Get off my damn yard, fam.
Yes. Today
I don't want you on my lawn right
now. What in the hell is up with DoorDash? And the real tragedy of DoorDash is it affects everything. It's starting to affect traffic. It's starting to affect the mood of the restaurants, how they operate. I was in a place last week called the R Bar in Baltimore, and it is like it's like this big warehouse setting with this gigantic bar in the middle, and all around the bar there are a bunch of restaurants. It's like a marketplace with all these different vendors you can go get food from.
Nice.
And I went to this one place called BRD, which made like chicken tenders and chicken sandwiches. Really good place. I was the only person in line. I ordered a 2 chicken tender meal with fries. The girl took my money. She was like, "By the way, it's going to be 10 minutes. I looked around. I said, 10 minutes? I'm the only one here.
Right.
Like,
Wait,
what
do you have to go make the chicken?
Yeah, you buried the lead. I could have went like over here, like to get to the Jamaican spot. So I'm sitting in the line. I'm like, okay, 10 minutes. So then I'm looking, I'm like, what is taking them 10 minutes? Like they bringing out food. Like I see them pulling chicken and fries out of the fryer, put them in bags, put them in boxes, put them in bags, put them off to the side. And then all of a sudden I started to realize people are walking in that weren't eating in the place and just grabbing the bags and going. So I'm like, okay, the issue here is that they fulfilling all the DoorDash orders.
Yep. Before the brick and mortar customers.
And it's killing the brick and mortar.
Yes. And it's on purpose, though. It's intentional because if you remember, under President Obama is when we got the gig economy. And it was like the gig economy was kind of touted as this thing to help marginalized people strengthen their economic footing. But in real life, it's not, though. Like the people who deliver for DoorDash, Uber Eats, and all of those Grubhub, Postmates, they make the delivery people don't make a lot of money. That's why they deliver so much. They're doing 100 jobs because they want to make $100 out the day.
Exactly. Right? Yeah.
But then you think about the impact that it's having. Number one, you putting more vehicles on the street. The vast majority of those vehicles that's hitting the street are not electric vehicles. So you causing the carbon footprint to increase, right? And then it's creating congestion because these people don't park in parking stalls in parking lines and then go into the restaurant and do what they do. They park in the middle of the street, they double park, right? And then they go and they spend 10 to 15 minutes waiting, looking at their phone.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's just creating a headache for everybody. I feel like personally, because my feelings with DoorDash, I don't really like to order them because every single time I've ever used the app, something got messed up. Right?
I remember when we did the 48-hour film festival over the summer, and you ordered DoorDash for the crew, which was very nice of you. And you ordered from Panera Bread, I believe it was. It wasn't a small crew. It was a total of like 30 orders, all specialized orders, and they took your money. And then they canceled the order.
Yeah. Told me I could have my money back eventually.
And then they didn't even refund your money right away.
They didn't even refund my bread, period. So
you never got it back?
I didn't get it in the time that I was looking for it.
Oh,
and
no.
I don't believe
we going to Twitter on this one. bro.
So I don't know for certain though. Let me look.
Okay, double check because I change things with Twitter. Like,
indeed.
This is what you do, America. This is what you do when you get treated badly by a company or somebody that work in one of these companies. Don't argue with them. Don't talk to the store manager because the store manager is the one that hired their funky ass in the first place.
Right.
This what you do, and the store manager also allows their funky ass behavior. This is what you do. Okay, walk out of the store. You go to Twitter. You hit the headquarters. Inbox them first, though. Tell them the entire situation. Tell them everything. Don't leave nothing out. And then say, I'm hoping that we can handle this quietly. Don't even say what you're going to do if they don't get back to you. Give them 2 to 3 days. If they don't get back to you in 2 to 3 days, blast them out. Then you hit them.
Plan.
You hit them.
Solid plan.
I guarantee you within 1 day, they will be in your inbox responding to you and trying to give you all kinds of free stuff and apologizing. So
let me tell you, Sean. So I'm gonna just explain, how my sentiments toward DoorDash, right? So we live in an apartment building right now, right? And my wife will order DoorDash. Right? She get the hit the little app, order some DoorDash. They come, right? You got to get buzzed in to the building, right? There's a whole intercom box on the wall,
right? The
DoorDash people will call her phone. Hey, I can't get in the building. Can you come down to the front of the lobby and come and get your food? Well, it's supposed to be DoorDash. You don't just dash to the first door.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to come to my door.
Right.
Or they'll come in the building, right, and then leave everything downstairs.
That sucks.
They find a table or something, just drop it on the table.
And take a picture. Like that means something.
Take a picture, G. I done seen them hand food to people outside that ain't the person. Such and such. Here you go.
Yeah. So first of all, I've been to your building at least 100 times, and that system to dial in to get to your apartment is not difficult. Like as long as they know your first and last name, you can get in the building. Like it's crazy, but yeah, it's just the people they're hiring. Everybody wastes. There's this last minute to do everything mentality that has grown. And a lot of these people, they just don't have a good work ethic in the first place. And now all of a sudden you want to be in the express service of delivering people's food when you don't move fast in the first place.
The entrepreneur. They entrepreneur, Sean. That's entrepreneurism. That's what they call it. So but the thing is, this is the funny part. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
These folks will be in the restaurant, right? They don't just go in like, oh, you got an order came through and then they just go pick it up and dip. No, they look through the app to see which ones pay the most, right? Which one got a tip associated with it. And then they'll select those, right? I can tell you the secret though. If you put a tip on your DoorDash over the tip that they suggesting, your service is going to be terrible. It's a guarantee. If you overdo the tip, right? I guess it's the assumption that you got money to waste. So if you do something extra on your tip, I guarantee you're gonna have bad service.
That's ridiculous, really.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm telling you, my wife orders DoorDash, so I know the code, bro. Like, it's weird, sir. At best.
I see. I'm a person that I spend money on things that I really like. So I don't have extra money to spend on somebody putting my food in their personal car and driving it to me. I do, but I don't want to spend my money on that. I'd rather have another pair of 350s. Like I order DoorDash 10 times in a month, like that's a pair of 350s, people.
Like, and that's only if you get the basic 2 sandwiches that you got.
Yeah.
Don't get a burrito, sir.
Yeah, what is wrong with you? Wake up.
You mess around to get you a whole meal. It's a problem.
Bro, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand why it's so expensive. It's holding up businesses. There are people that, there were people that were trying to eat and sit in this place and drink and be merry. And everybody was like held up because they were fulfilling the DoorDash orders. And I just don't get it, man. Like this just can't be where everything is going. It can't be. Like, it's got to be. We got to get better when it comes to stuff like that.
It's the idea of instant gratification, man. When I remember when I was a shorty, my great-grandfather, my grandmothers, my great-grandmothers used to always tell me, don't believe in instant gratification. Nothing that you can get right now that you haven't worked for is worth like putting that much stake in. And because we've gone to this base of instant gratification is the thing, you have to be instantly recognized for whatever you're doing, it's dangerous. And this is why we in the situation that we in.
But you know who's taught me what a good tip is for a delivery driver?
What's that?
Domino's.
Okay.
Domino's now has a commercial where I guess they have a shortage on drivers. So they are paying you to pick up your pizza. They pay you $3. So if it's only worth for me $3 to come get the pizza, it's only worth $3 for you to come drop it off.
That's it. Sorry, you put 2 and 2 together is what I'm saying.
Yeah. This ain't no one-way street. This ain't a one-way street. It ain't a one-way street, man. Yeah. But yeah, man.
I think they should give you more though, because you're going to, first of all, the only thing you're doing is providing this sauce, the cheese, and the dough, right? Which literally ain't gonna cost me how much you charging me for.
No. Then
you give me $3 to deliver my own pizza.
$3 to go pick up my own pizza. In this climate, we just talked about how much gas is in the last segment.
That's why they give you $3. They want you to waste your gas.
Bro, that $3 not even going to move the needle. Like, you won't even see the needle move in my truck for $3.
This is what they're going to ask, Sean. They're going to say, hey, how close do you live to the closest Domino?
Yeah.
So, oh, man, it's 0.3 miles. Oh, that's worth about $3 worth of gas. I got you. Come on in, Bo. Come and get your pizza.
How much you think horses cost us? I'm thinking about going back to horsepower, real horsepower. Like, I'm tired, bro.
You're going to get there late, sir. You're going to get there.
I am now working to officially give my money away to everybody and everything. Like, there's nothing left for me anymore.
Welcome to being Black in America.
Jeez, bro. Like, it's got to be something better out there. Like, come on.
That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like to be Black in America.
And then you got people like Diddy, who out here. Did you see his post on Instagram the other day talking about some stop complaining, just hustle and do better, do more for yourself. Stop all the complaining. Get to grinding. Bro, shut up. You rich.
Yeah,
like,
first
shut
of all,
up. You sound like a rich person.
You sound like everybody got to go hustle for themselves. Well, Andre Harrell gave your first job. Then Biggie put you on, gave you the words. Then Shine put you in the limelight. Jennifer Lopez made you seem like you was like you was the guy that you could be with. Kim Porter made you stylish. I could keep going, but I mean, we don't try to diminish the suffering of the people by saying things like that. And you had a means by which to do what you need to do. But to be completely honest, if we saying something, you should probably be working a little harder because Jigga Man is a billionaire over there.
Yeah.
Kanye's a billionaire over there.
Yeah.
And both of them came in the game after you was in it. So sit down, take a stadium full of seats and shut the hell up.
That's true. Very true. And is it true? I don't want to start anything. Is it true that his dad worked for Bumpy Johnson?
That's what I was told. But I mean, that's probable. I would not doubt, because you don't. When people say it, though, they say it like it's criminal stuff, right? Remember that Bumpy Johnson is a man who is trying his best to help his community survive.
Right. He had a lot of legitimate stuff, right?
Even though they were selling dope and engaging in some criminal behavior, as what they like to refer to it as. That same behavior has been the behavior for every disenfranchised group of people in America in order to try to get some type of gains and get some economic and political footing. So if that's what Puffy's dad was doing, while I do hate that it hurt the community the way that it did, I do understand that was the only means by which people could have something for their family.
And it only, like you said, it only seems to be bad when people of color are doing it, because from what I understand, the Kennedys started the same way. Like, they started off like their grandfather was a was a
moonshiner.
Yeah, he's big time, like, and that is something that people don't even talk about anymore when you hear the Kennedy name. Nobody even mentions it.
Remember, every group of it wasn't like white people wasn't the group of white people that it is now. When there was immigrant white people coming from Europe, right? They was coming to America, they was being disenfranchised. And the only thing they had was criminal behavior, right? You had the streets. So they all did street stuff, but then what they were doing was they would get their economics together. Once they got a specific amount of economics, that power, they were able to influence legislation. That legislation allowed for their children to go to school, things like that. Those children became legislators and lawmakers and things like that. So they was able to pull their families out of the streets because they had white proximity and they was white. With black people, we don't get that same love because we look completely different. So they are able to say, no, you don't deserve. You did?
Yeah. Okay. I'm tracking, bro. Well, that was a good discussion. I don't know that we figured out how to fix DoorDash.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least for a couple months till y'all get the business model together.
Yeah. Well, the business model is working because they're making billions of dollars probably. So
they're not
That's making a lot of money.
Nope.
They're not making money.
Uber Eats, all of them, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, all of them are losing money because of the model. The model was designed for that. The people in the gig economy would just pick up jobs and it would be a consistent flow. But as we was talking about, there's so much lag and latency that's in between the system with people doing their own thing. It's affected it's affected the undergirding of the whole system.
Okay. I just don't know how people have the I am very surprised to hear that your wife Joy Johnson trusts a stranger bringing her food.
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that.
I am because me. Everybody knows I need to see everything. I don't want my stuff in the car with somebody just so like people be letting their dogs run all through the car, the cat hair, like I don't even want to get into it. Like I don't even want to get into it. But
my wife is she has a tendency to eat the same thing over and over again. Right?
Okay.
And it's easier, I guess, for her if she just ordered it from DoorDash, right? I don't know if that's an affect of autism, but she eats the same thing on a consistent basis. So it would make sense for her to she's one of the only people that I know to use DoorDash because of that. Like
the same process. Yeah, I got you. I just,
I don't rock with DoorDash though.
And I understand it when now that you explain it for Joy, but
she'd be like, Sean, you want me to order you something too? No, I'm solid.
Yeah.
Every time she put me on the order, it get messed up.
People are just nuts, man. People are crazy.
Shut up to DoorDash.
Yeah. We'll be back.
I'm hitting y'all on Twitter today.
Yeah, we'll be back.
We lost it on our way to a land where tragedy's close. Post-arrival, no survival, what matters the most. It's master praying for MAGA, the dagger to the throat. Word. Yeah, what matters the most. It's master praying for MAGA, the dagger to the throat.
Welcome back. Sean and Sean talk about shit. We on it, man.
Episode 8.
Yeah.
Double rings.
Yep.
Kobe.
Yep. So
Mama
this
mentality.
So this is our last segment of the day, and we wanted to talk a little bit about Brittany Griner, the WNBA star. Now, I've been familiar with Brittany Griner since she was a teenager, man.
Bruh.
And before she went to Baylor University,
How could you not be?
Yeah, she was a superstar. Like, she was already wasn't she already 6'2", in high school?
Yeah, she was like 6'3", something like that.
So Brittany Griner is a WNBA superstar, who had been she's basically like, when you think about LeBron James, coverage of LeBron James from high school, middle school to high school, this was Brittany Griner all the way up to the WNBA. And she's
Brittany
one of the
Griner is the LeBron James of the WNBA.
100%. 100%. They even the same height.
Yes.
Yeah.
She a monster though, too.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. She can dunk and everything, bro. She's hot.
Yeah. LeBron.
She really is a heater.
Yeah. LeBron James is 6'8", 6'9" on a good day. And Brittany Griner.
NBA 6'9", which is he probably 6'7" in real life.
6'7". So, and Brittany Griner she's billed at 6'8". So, and I've seen her dunk. I've seen her dunk in game several times. In game dunks. Like
actual dunking though. Not like the old school women dunking.
Yeah.
She dunk.
If the NBA would have let her dunk in this year's slam dunk contest, she'd have destroyed them. Or two things would have happened. She would have gave her all, and them other dudes would have been forced to bring their A game. Like they would have been.
You heard it here first. Sean Galloway, the ghost who walks, just changed the dunk contest. So next year, when the NBA go co-ed on the events, the dunk contest and the 3-point contest, understand you heard it here first. NBA, we want our cut. Okay. Well, Sean want his cut. I'm gonna ask him for $100 though. So.
My cut is our cut. So let some of the women who can dunk that are in the WNBA, because it's NBA weekend and the WNBA is the NBA. Let the women participate too, and let them dunk. Let them dunk. The ones that can dunk.
My problem with this whole Brittany. Okay, so just in case people don't know, Brittany Griner in February, if I'm not mistaken, was detained at a Russian airport after she on her way back to America. In her carry-on, they found what they call an hashish oil, was a vape pen with THC remnants in it. And in Russia, THC is illegal, or hash is illegal. So she has been in jail since it happened.
And there was talk the other day that she got released, but nobody has seen her. So they're still thinking that she is locked up, but not in jail. I think that she's being used as some kind of bargaining chip right now, or future bargaining chip. I don't think they have her in prison anymore. I think this is me personally, I think they still have her under wraps, but I think they have her I think they got her in some nice hotel, and she's just like a political prisoner. You know, she's being held. And I think that America knew what was up with her. we know when our people get locked up. We know, right? And I think
you got to ask. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say, and the fact that now all the senators and congressmen, everybody are trying to have her released. They want her released because they trying to look good for what's going on with Ukraine and this, that, and the other. Even though we aren't directly involved with Ukraine, they're trying to make it seem like they're giving it a good fight. Get this girl out of there, this, that, and the other. When in all reality, she's been locked up since, like you said, late January, early February. And, you know, when the Ball brother took the sunglasses from the Louis Vuitton in China, we knew about that immediately.
Yeah, the thing is, though, right? People also got to understand. Frame it like this, Sean. Frame it like this. Let's say Luka Doncic, right? He from Eastern Europe. Right. He played basketball in America.
Right.
Now, let's say Luka Doncic get arrested at the airport in America.
Okay.
On his way back to Europe.
Yeah.
Right. He get detained at the airport and whatnot. He played for an American team. When he get out of jail, the American team is going to do everything they can to keep him under wraps. Right.
Yes.
Let's not let it be lost that Brittany Griner plays professional basketball in Russia.
Right.
She is a professional basketball player and one of the highest paid professional basketball players in Russia.
Yes.
She had this situation at the airport where Russia knows that she's a celebrity. It don't have nothing to do with politicizing, none of that. The team probably does have her under wraps because it's an embarrassment for the team first. Right. So the team got to discuss how they going to deal with this situation, in addition to the fact that America as a country is involving itself in a conflict that it doesn't have stake in. You understand?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different movements. I think that people politicizing her space is weird. And I also think people saying things like, well, if the NBA, if the WNBA paid more, then women wouldn't have to go overseas and play. Well, let's remember, The NBA was not a successful model at all. They had season tickets for $5 in 1974, right? When they got Bird and Magic in 75, the NBA used it as a story to start selling tickets.
Yes.
Then they understood how the brand could move, and that is what built the fan base.
Yeah.
Right. So if the WNBA was intentional about their fan base building, and all of these women who are complaining about these women having to go overseas and hoop, if y'all was actually buying video games with them on it, and y'all was actually buying their jerseys, and y'all was filling up the seats, America's 70% women. If y'all did that, then you wouldn't have to worry about the salary changing. Right. It wouldn't look improper, because the WNBA would be funded by its fans, who are the biggest demographic in America.
I agree, man. I agree. And you mentioned that, Michael, that Magic Johnson, Larry Bird. HBO just released a show this week, a scripted show about Magic Johnson and Dr. Buss just building that Showtime thing. And it's a really well done show. I don't know who the actor is playing Magic Johnson, but he's spot on. Like,
I'm with it.
Spot on. The first episode was this past Sunday. It's called Showtime, the building of the Los Angeles Lakers or something like that. But it's really good. It's on HBO Max.
Okay.
It's on HBO Max. John C. Reilly plays Dr. Buss. He's really good, and the whole show is just really well casted, and the writing is really good. But yeah, getting back to this, like, why would Brittany Griner try this? Like, let's get back to the basics of it. Why would she try something like this in a foreign country? When I went to Mexico for my brother's wedding in September, the one guy that was with us, every time something happened that got rowdy at the hotel or this, that, and the other, there was one guy that would ground us and always say, "You don't want to get arrested in Mexico. You don't want to get arrested in Mexico." And that always brought us back brought us back down to the level, because he was right, Yes. So why would Brittany Griner? I know she knew this stuff was illegal. I know she couldn't. Why would she bring it to the airport?
It might have been an accident, G. In real life, she might have just been at the crib. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know if it was her vape. It could have been anybody. You know what I'm saying?
True.
It's
That's
a
true.
vape, G. It's not like she was, like, they caught her rolling a blunt and she was like lighting up an L in the airport.
That's true.
It was a vape pen that you saying was hers.
Yes.
Right? And as Americans, we just immediately was like, oh, she got caught for doing some shit that she... But we didn't even give her due process, though. And we like the only country in the world that offers people due process.
That's a good point.
But we as people didn't even give her that. We was just like, oh, nah, she got, why did she? And that's not you. I'm just saying everybody. I did it when I first seen it. I was like, man, why was she? Yeah. But if it's not hers, if somebody else put it there, or if it is hers and she just made a mistake and shot it down and then closed the bag up around it, like.
And when you say that, it's funny. I myself forgot that I had done something like that. Like, until you just said it, I was caught in a situation like that when I was traveling, and I was coming back from one of the MLB All-Star games. I think it was in Minnesota, and I had my backpack with me, and I ran it through X-ray coming back. Now, I had already made it through to Minnesota from BWI. Coming back is where the issue was. And my backpack, I go to the gun range. I like to shoot, and I had ammo in my bag. I had stray rounds in my bag, in my backpack. And the guy ran it through, and I'm standing on the other side like, where is my bag? So then I see the guy take it out, and he ran it through again, and his eyes got huge. And I'm like, I wonder what's up with this. Like, So then he pulls the bag out. He's like, whose bag is this? And I'm like, oh, that's my bag, sir. And it was a nice bag. It's a nice bag. It was one of my Coach backpacks that, okay. And I'm like, it's mine. He was like, this is yours. This is your bag. He was surprised. I was like, yeah. He was like, I need you to come with me. And I'm like, oh shit. Like,
back room.
Yeah. And I'm like, man. So then he goes through the bag. He pulls out like 10 rounds of and it was only 22. It was 10, 22 rounds, 22 mag rounds. And and I was like, oh shoot, I had just gone to the gun range with Carl that previous weekend, and I thought that I cleaned the bag out, but I didn't. I didn't clean the bag out as good as I thought I did, and so I apologize, Brittany, for thinking that you was a dummy. You weren't a dummy, because I've done the same thing, you know. So I apologize. It's all in learning. But how quick we forget that we were in the same situation. How did I,
Indeed.
you know, like, even when I heard the story, I didn't even think to myself, you know, that happened to you. I just automatically went to, you dummy. Like, why would you do something like that?
Sean, I did the same thing. But in real life, right, we was coming from AFA, right, in Tampa, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get to the airport. Somehow I ended up we was Naval Station Mayport is where we come.
Okay, Mayport. Yeah.
Mayport.
Okay.
So I get to the airport in Jacksonville, right?
Yeah.
And we did, I did all my little work.
Mm-hmm.
I bought my multi-tool to Jacksonville in the Pelican case.
Yes. Yes,
right?
The multi-tool. Yes.
And we just happened to do the ship commission that day, and we had like some stuff to fix while we was doing it. And then it was like, yo, we got to go get on the plane straight from this.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I put the multi-tool in my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
I get to the airport, I'm thinking everything's sweet. I put my bag on the little conveyor. The dude did similar to what you said. Whose bag is this? I said, oh, it's mine.
Mm-hmm.
He holds out my multi-tool. If you ever was in the military or you ever had a multi-tool, you understand how many things you could use this tool for.
Yes.
Right. And how important this thing is. My man said, well, you got a few choices. He said, you could put it in the mail. I said, great. Y'all got a post office here at the airport? He said, no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, that's the whole mail thing is out.
You'd have to leave the airport, right?
Right. He said you could send it through FedEx or UPS. Okay, great. Y'all got FedEx or UPS at the airport? No. Okay, so my choices right now are dwindling, Sean. Then he says, you could try to take it back there, or you could just let the airport have it. In real life, I know he just really wanted my multi-tool.
He just wanted your multi-tool, because every time a guy sees a multi-tool, it's like, ooh, I want that. You like, first of all, if you were in the military, you were very familiar with the multi-tool. If you work in television behind the scenes in anything that requires you to operate equipment, you have a multi-tool. Like, so, it's not out of the bounds for you to forget you got it, because it's a part of your everyday being when you're at work. So yeah, I have several multi-tools. Every TV station I worked at as a videographer at the time, I'm a cinematographer now, people, but every station gave me a multi-tool along with the polos that they gave me. So it's like, I got multi-tools all over my truck, because, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, what if I wake up?
What if you had to get gas?
Yeah. What if I got to get gas? Or what if there's a purge? Or what if I wake up, if I'm knocked out and wake up and the truck is in the water going under and I got to cut the seatbelt loose? Like, you got to be ready.
Or what if there's a purge because of the gas prices, and then you end up in the water because somebody pushed your car because it's going to take too much gas?
Yeah. So, just be out there with your multi-tool and your bag of 22 ammo without a gun and just throwing it at people.
I really feel like Brittany Griner situation should face some resolve real soon. But I would caution people to not do two things. Number one, don't politicize the fact that she's there during a time of conflict between Russia and a different country.
Right, because that's what they're trying to do for sure.
Right, even though America is a NATO power, but at the same time, I also would caution people to saying that if the WNBA paid more, then women would not have to go overseas.
Yeah,
I would say if people who are advocates of that of this type of thing, if they were more involved in watching sports, with specifically the WNBA from high school, college, whatever have you, women's basketball, then it would build a better time.
Yeah, the equality is definitely something that needs to be on the rise. And that was a good comparison to when you talked about how the NBA was a struggling system until they got the players in there that rebooted the thing. And the WNBA does have those players right now. It's just that, like you said, the country is 70% women. Like, we just need to get more butts in the seat. They need to have the opportunity to have more shoe deals. They need to have the opportunity to get their jersey. I don't know where to go to buy a WNBA jersey other than the website. Do you? I never see them in Foot
But
Locker.
the reason why you don't is because the customer demand is not driving that. Right. Customer demand drives everything in America, especially in capitalist society like America.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Customer demand is going to do everything.
And also, in my opinion, the WNBA, when they play, does not help them. They play in the summertime. And there's no sports happening in the summertime because people are out the house and busy, you know.
See, but the WNBA did that intentionally because people need things to do in the summer.
Yeah.
Right. But people just don't want to go watch women's basketball because they never seen it or something. This is how I'm gonna prove how cold WNBA basketball is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, what's your favorite WNBA basketball player? Go.
Elena,
of all time.
Elena Delle Donne right now.
I'm just saying, you could name
WNBA all time, probably Cheryl Swoops.
I got Shamika Holdsclaw for me.
Okay,
right.
Okay,
but the thing is, we can name female basketball players that we watched come up over the years. You talking about Cheryl Swoops, who was back in the days.
Mm-hmm.
We talking 90s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've been watching women's basketball that long. So if we've been watching it, we've been consuming, and we understand that women who are talking about women not getting paid equally to men have not been watching this sport at the same rate. Mm-hmm. We just talked about Brittany Griner and watching her play from high school, right, through the WNBA and overseas. So if we've been consuming this and we could understand that the people who are complaining have not been consuming, maybe those people should do less complaining, more consuming, and then equity would be in the place that they're looking for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. And I got to go back. Cheryl Swoops, Dawn Staley, man. Dawn Staley was special.
Yes. Yes. Don't get it lost on Candace Parker is flame.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't pretend that Lisa Leslie wasn't the first woman to dunk in the WNBA game.
In the game, right.
You feel me? I'm saying we've been watching this, Sean. That's what I'm saying. We have been watching. My heart goes out to Brittany Griner because I understand what it feels like to be in a situation where you have absolutely no control, right? And then the fact that you are from a country that is not directly involved in a war, but the country that you live in is involved in a war with a neighboring country, and your country has some stake in the battle. So
yeah,
my heart goes out to you, kiddo.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to wrap things up. We're not going to take another break. We're just going to get out of here. We got a little bit of a short schedule today, but we'll be back next week. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Keep spreading us around, man. Spread us around. Like we positive. Like spread us around. Like just get us out.
Marmalade.
Get us out there.
Y'all have a successful day. I love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it.
Yep, we on every platform that you can find except for SiriusXM, but we coming on that one. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna be there.
But
we'll be there.
That all depends on you guys listening and talking about us and sharing our show. So we'll be back next week. Sean and Sean talk about shit. That'll be episode 9. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We love you all, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bo Sheezy.
Just